Hey everybody, Tim here with today's episode of Enterprise, Season 2, Episode 20, Horizon. So, basically, I've said it before that my biggest problem with Enterprise is the casting. Like, I just have kind of an issue with it. If you go back to even if you go back to the original series, you go back to The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, Voyager, for the most part, not 100%, but for the most part, a lot of the actors are people who we'd kind of seen before, whether like they were actually famous actors or whatnot, but most of them were actually classically trained. And even then, the ones that are classically trained, like, outshone the ones that weren't, but they kind of like helped bring them up. So, for example, Voyager stands out for whatever reason, where the Doctor, clearly a talented musician, classically trained actor, fantastic. I mean, he was in like Gremlins 2, great actor. And then like you get characters like Harry Kim, who hadn't really done a whole lot. And like the one actor would pick up the other actor, and it would bring up the whole development of the entire show. Like you could tell, like they were carrying the show almost. So you come to Enterprise, where, to be honest with you, like, Scott Bakula, obviously a great actor. He had just done Quantum Leap. He's fantastic. I don't really know any of the other actors, like, at all. Like, Dr. Phlox seems like the only other really competent actor. Everybody else, like, it legit seems like they just were like, you know what? You're hired. We're going to try something new. And it doesn't work for me. For a Star Trek TV show, it does not work. And to be honest with you, Mayweather has kind of been that character. He's been, like, we had Chekhov, we had, like, Wesley, I guess, would be, like, The Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, I don't know, you could pick anybody. It could be, like, Jake. But actually, Jake did a really good job throughout the entire series, so don't go with Jake. And then for, like, Voyager, it would be Harry, where we pick these young characters that are supposed to grow throughout the series. But, like, Mayweather is not growing. Like, Harry, to be honest with you, Harry did not grow a whole lot from beginning to end. And even the character would say, like, you know, I'm ready for a promotion too. Like, his exact lines. Once, like, Tom re-promoted back to lieutenant, like, even Harry was like, hey, like, I don't see any pips on my chair. Like, I was like, okay, we get it. You're an ensign. You've been an ensign for 7 years. You're going to be an ensign forever. Move along. Mayweather's kind of the same character. Like, I have no problem with the actor. I have no problem with the character. But throughout each episode, he is just that guy that's just brushed aside. Like the Ryza thing. We see Archer going on an adventure. We see Trip and Malcolm going on an adventure. Hoshi even gets laid and goes on an adventure. Mayweather falls off a cliff, breaks his leg, goes back to the Enterprise. Like, I was like, that's it? Like, what's... Okay, I mean, I guess that's an adventure, but it's a really boring adventure. So finally, he gets his own episode. Like, this whole episode is a Mayweather episode. And I could not care less. Like, the whole thing is about him going back to the Horizon because his dad died. Very sad. It is a very emotional time. But his brother is now the captain, and he's a total, like, dick. Like, nobody likes this guy. And he's just like, undo everything you just did. And it's so bad. Malcolm has the throwaway line of, like, if you're going to put families on starships, then you need to have psychologists on starships. Oh, you're making a reference to The Next Generation and Troy. I get it. You're funny. I'm not laughing. Like, it's so dumb, and it's so boring. They do kind of give some good timeline stuff, that it's been 18 months since, like, the Enterprise left. They've gone 150 light years. They've visited 11 inhabited planets. Stuff like that's kind of cool. But watching Mayweather, like, try to connect with his family and, like, make his brother realize some common sense, I don't care. It's so boring, and I'm just so done with the whole show and the whole character development. And especially Mayweather's like, let's blow him out of the sky. And it's like, no, nobody cares. You're done. And beneath this is the whole subplot of T'Pol watching Frankenstein and being like, I like this. This is good. And Trip and Archer are like, right? And T'Pol's just like, people hate the things they don't understand, and that's why people are scared of Vulcans. And you can literally watch Archer just do the face palm like that's not what we meant. And T'Pol's like, I'm going to have all the Vulcans watch this movie to understand human beings. And Archer's like, you know what? No more movie nights for you. You're good. You're done. I'm done with the whole series. I'm so, like, we're almost halfway through. Actually, I think we're more than halfway through at this point. For those who have seen it, what did you think about the Mayweather storyline? What did you think about the Frankenstein storyline? Go ahead, let me know, and I will see you guys next time for Breach.